What's going on, you guys? It's your boy J-Mo coming back at it again with another episode of Let's Get Our Games Back Up and Running without any delays. I know it's always something, y'all. We have another update on our hands, but as we see here for Script Hook V and that link in the description below, we had an update that just came out yesterday, April 12th, 2025, and this is for the version 3504.0 813-11. So if you haven't done so already, let's go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you stay up to date with the most recent videos of how to make sure that we got our games back up and running with our mods just the way that we like to have them. So again, thank you so much for the likes, comment, and support. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this video and get our games back up and running. All right, you guys, so after you hit that download button for the Script Hook V folder, we're going to go ahead and see a folder similar to what we're looking at on the right side here. We're going to open up our bin folder, and all of the files in the bin folder, ironically, this is something that we're going to need to go ahead and drag into our Grand Theft Auto main directory folder. So I know in previous videos I told everybody before there was only a few files that we needed to drag over. That would be including the Script Hook V, Denput 8, and something else in here, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. But in this situation now, everyone, we're going to go ahead and select all the files from that bin folder, and after we have all the files selected, we're going to go ahead and drop and drag those over and copy them over to our main Grand Theft Auto 5 directory. After we've done so, it might ask for us to replace the files in the destination, because some of these files, of course, are going to be already in that Grand Theft Auto 5 directory. So you'll go ahead and replace those files in the destination, and then it'll go ahead and update that information for us. Now, once we have that updated, of course, there's another step that we just want to go ahead and make sure that we take care of as well. All right, you guys, so once we have all that taken care of, there is something that I just want to throw out there for some troubleshooting tips if we do run into any issues with updating our game. One of the first things that Script Hook had included in this new updated file would be the how to install 2025. So first, their suggestion would be to copy the contents of the bin folder to the game's main directory where the GTA 5.exe is located. So of course, that's our main folder that we were just in. The second suggestion would be for most users, additional actions are not required since the in-game anti-cheat is disabled with copying that args.txt file to the game's main folder. So again, that's one of those main files that we had dragged in to the Grand Theft Auto directory, or that main directory folder, that is going to bypass any of the anti-cheat applications or features that they have included with this game. And last but not least, we have, if for some reason the BattleEye anti-cheat still pops up, there are a few ways to disable this. We have option 1, we can remove that Grand Theft Auto 5 _be.exe from the game's main directory, and then try to launch the game. When that launcher pops up saying files are missing, just click that retry button. The second option, on the other hand, would be on that Windows Start menu. We have the Rockstar Games launcher. In the launcher, we want to click Settings in that top right-hand corner, and then make sure that we find BattleEye and uncheck that box on the settings screen. After doing so, in the list of games, in that settings section, we click on Grand Theft Auto 5, scroll down to the launch argument section, and then we can go ahead and copy and paste that no BattleEye without the parentheses in the game. After we do so, you can go ahead and hit launch game, and that will give us, again, some more troubleshooting tips into any issues when it comes to updating the Script Hook V files in our Grand Theft Auto. All right, you guys, so moving forward, once we have that Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory open, we're going to open up the update folder here, and we're going to drop and drag that update2.rpf file onto our desktop. This way, we're just copying this file onto our desktop so that we can update it into the OpenIV application and make sure that our update2.rpf file is up to date so that the game runs properly with any updates that they have put on this new file here. So after you've done so, you can go ahead and replace that file in the destination if it's already on your desktop. If not, then it'll go ahead and copy that information. And then once we have that on our desktop, we can go ahead and open up OpenIV at that point. And we want to open up OpenIV in administrator mode, so you can right click on OpenIV, and we'll run it as an administrator. We'll turn on the edit mode, click yes. We'll go to our update folder. Right here on that update folder, we can press the green check mark, go to our desktop, and yes, once again, we're going to go ahead and update that update2.rpf file right there. Once that's said and done, we can go ahead and stop that edit mode button and move on to our next step. All right, you guys, so now for our last and final step, we're going to go ahead and update our game config. If you haven't done so already, once again, big shout out to F7YO, always with the game config files and always has the game config files that we need to go ahead and make sure that we have all of our modifications in the game running properly. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that download for the current version, that 34.5, and then we can go ahead and add that to our desktop. Once we add that file to our desktop here, we can go ahead and select exactly which Gameconfig file works properly with our game. After we have that on the desktop screen, we can go ahead and open up our OpenIV. Again, we're going to open that up in the administrator mode. After we open that in the administrator mode, of course, we're going to turn on the editing mode. We'll go to our mods folder here, double click. We'll go to update RPF, common, data, and then this is where we can go ahead and include that Gameconfig file, similar to where we'll put our downloadable content list where we have our games or our mods added with the files. We can go ahead and update that Gameconfig file with the Gameconfig that we had put on the desktop or saved onto our computers here. Now, once we have that Gameconfig updated on our Grand Theft Auto OpenIV, we can go ahead and close out of that edit mode and then launch our game to see what our results bring. Alright, you guys, as y'all can see, we got our games back up and running just like we like them. Got the got a Conan Seg out here next to that new McLaren W1. As y'all can see, we always got to do it right, man. Always got to do it right. We got the new McLaren W1 out here on the airport. And like I always say, I truly appreciate everybody for their likes, comments, and support. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and catch us in that next video. Surprise on the channel as well, you guys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go ahead and check out that next video on the page. One of the first music videos to be released on the J Montana page. So if you like it, make sure you drop a comment, like that, hit that like button, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button. So with that being said, again, truly appreciate everyone for the likes, comment, and support. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.
Watching me flash like a chance to get flash. I put my hand in the bag, make it triple and flip like you want me. You gotta move smart when you up on a mission. Why let these niggas play me out position? Shot on his aiming, no chance to miss. Back in the day, I can still punch you. Mask on my face like I'm trying to be a champion. Had to go like a trophy, I guess I've been winning. I got the grip on this shit like a handle.